Running Stable Diffusion locally means unlimited AI image generation, completely free, completely private, on your own hardware. No subscriptions, no content filters, no API costs. Every image generates on your machine. In this video, you will check if your GPU can handle it, install ComfyUI, download your first model, and generate your first image, all in under 45 minutes. Two tools run Stable Diffusion locally. Automatic 1111 has a traditional form-based interface, easier if you are completely new. ComfyUI uses a node-based canvas, steeper to start but far more powerful. Most serious users have moved to ComfyUI. That is what this guide installs. The minimum GPU for Stable Diffusion is 6 GB of VRAM. An RTX 3060 or RTX 4060 handles SDXL at 1024 pixels in 3 to 8 seconds per image. At 4 GB, SD 1.5 works with the low VRAM flag. On Apple Silicon, the metal backend covers you. MacBook Pro M2 or later generates images in 10 to 30 seconds. CPU only is possible, but takes 5 to 15 minutes per image. Check your GPU now. Run the command shown on screen. The VRAM row tells you what you are working with. Now install ComfyUI. Clone the repository using the command shown. This downloads the full code base. Change into the directory, create a virtual environment, and activate it. The activation command differs slightly on Mac versus Windows. Both versions are on screen. Next, install PyTorch with CUDA support, the deep learning framework Stable Diffusion runs on. The install command shown pulls the correct CUDA version automatically. Then, install ComfyUI's Python dependencies from the requirements file. That is the complete installation. No Docker, no admin access required. ComfyUI needs a model file to generate anything. The best starting point is SDXL base 1.0 from Stability AI on Hugging Face, 6.5 GB as a SafeTensors file. Always use SafeTensors format, never the older checkpoint format. SafeTensors cannot execute code during loading. The checkpoint format can. That is a real safety difference. Download the model using the Hugging Face CLI command shown. It goes directly into ComfyUI's checkpoints folder. For additional models, fine-tune styles, specific characters, photorealistic looks, Civit AI is the main community source. Check ratings before downloading. With your model in place, launch ComfyUI using the start command. Under 8 GB of VRAM, add the low VRAM flag shown on screen to prevent out-of-memory errors. Open your browser to the local address on screen. ComfyUI loads a default workflow with a checkpoint loader, a sampler, and a preview node. Select your model, write a prompt, click Queue Prompt. Your first image generates locally, on your hardware, in your home. Prompt structure is what separates good output from bad. Start with your subject, then art style or medium, lighting, composition, then quality keywords like sharp focus or highly detailed. Always add a negative prompt. Blocking blurry, low quality, deformed, and watermark removes the most common artifacts immediately. You can also weight keywords. Parentheses push emphasis up. 1.3 means 30% more weight on that word. Square brackets drop it to 0.9. Keep weights between 0.5 and 1.5. Above that, you get visual artifacts. Always test different seed values before adjusting weights. The seed changes everything. Find a composition you like first, then fine-tune. You now have Stable Diffusion running locally. For a simpler setup with almost no configuration, check out Focus. Same hardware, far less setup. For a form-based interface instead of nodes, Automatic 1111 uses the same models. The full written guide with the VRAM table, model comparison, and fixes for the most common errors is linked below. Subscribe for more local AI setup guides. See you in the next one.